Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first time AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you. Charles, what a turnaround they've had down in Houston. 4-12 just 2 seasons ago, 11-5 with a wild card loss last year, and now here they are in Super Bowl 54.
We know the city of Houston pretty well, right? Because it's hosted Super Bowls. What have they hosted? 3 so far in their history? The Oilers prior to. Now, of course, the Texans. Neither one of them has ever played in the big game. So that city's got to be out of its mind. I mean, think about how excited they are to have the Texans representing in the Super Bowl. They've been good recently. Now they got over the top and have a chance to take home the Lombardi Trophy.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance.
Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team. Quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go! Michael 25!
To throw is Watson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Wait, set, wide, 80!
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Hey, 66.
Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Brady now on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Wait, 20. Watch the run. Watch the run. Baby, 3 win now. Mike 51. Let's go, team. 72.
On first down, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you, boy. 45 to Mike. 25. Hey, check Mike 45.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Get him! 26 Mike! 26 Mike! Hey, Orbit. I got you. I got you. Hey, hey.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One back in the game, that's Jones, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Set. 19. Hey, 59. Cross. 54. 63. Switch. Alert. Watch it. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Target.
From the 50, it's Watson. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check. Mike 59. 54. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
No. 45. Here we go. Big dance. Come.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
No, 66. Switch. Watch twist.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. And they pick up another first down with that run.
Now Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, 75 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go Bandit! Bravo!
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Brady's throw there complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Brady, and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Let's get this. Wait, that. Go, go, go.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
45, 45. 45. 45 the mic. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
26 months. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, Alpha. 26 months, 150.
Brady again here on second and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, go 66. Go. Let's go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. So don't say nothing.
On third and long, it's Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will have a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Brady now on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 99. Check 99. 31. 59.
Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
45. Mike, 45. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 45's the mic. Ain't no sense. Let him go.
Watson on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far. But a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. Escapes the defender. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Brady right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, that 5-20. Switch up. Sugar. 5. 26 mark. 65. 72.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
26. High 7. 26 mark. I know he ain't got it. 26 mark. Down to lose 1. Alert! 26 mark. Sugar.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check safety, check safety. 124. 155.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. William Golston in on the stop.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On second down, Johnson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Again, it's Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. Play T. 59.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Check. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Hey, check it.
They'll go again to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Alabama, 380. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that. Muscle. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming. Alert! I'm coming. Rush in.
On first down, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Delay of game penalty, ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
I think she's doing scales at this point. I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.